Journal Club, Department of Biotechnology, St. Mary's College, Thrissur. Presented by Group 3, Batch 1st BSc Biotechnology 2019-2020. Group members are Anjali P. Ajidan, Devika Krishna, Sana Siddhi KV, Shraddha V. Suresh, and Swadi Shashidharan.
Our topic is optimization of vegetable waste composting process with a significant thermophilic phase. It is reported by Sutripta Sarkar, Suprata Pal and Sunanda Chanda and published by Elsevier BV in 2016. Aim and objective of the topic. To determine the phase where high microbial activity leads to accelerated degradation of organic matter.
Introduction. We know that one of the major problems faced in India is proper waste management. Composting is one of the oldest, simplest and self-heating biological conversion method. And the suitable end products of composting are fertilizer, substrate and biogas, that is methane. Here, a thermophilic phase is used where high microbial activity leads to accelerated degradation of organic matter. Composting offers several benefits such as it enhances soil fertility and soil health, increases agricultural productivity, improves soil biodiversity, it destroys pathogens and reduces the volume of waste. Composting even transforms unstable ammonia to stable organic form of nitrogen. Temperature plays an important role in composting. The best method of composting is heaping or piling.
Methods. There is a various type of methods for composting. First one, collection of waste for composting. Different methodologies were adopted to devise a standard composting method from which thermophilic microorganism can be isolated. Second one, methodologies adopted for composting. Composting was done by three different methods. First one, composting in pits. Procedure. 4 feet deep pit was dug and 65 kg market waste and 14 kg dung was layered alternately. Top layer was covered with soil and temperature was recorded on a regular basis. This method removed completely disagreeable odor from waste. Second one, composting in earthen pots. 10 kg vegetable waste and 3 kg dung was alternately layered in a 14-inch deep earthen pot. Third one, composting by heaping or piling. This is a common method for composting. Procedure. 14 kg vegetable waste was air dried for 2 days. Then it was mixed with 2 kg dung dissolved in 2 liters of water. It was thin heaped up to a height of 2 feet. In a separate trail, along with dried vegetable waste, rice straw was added to the piles in 1:5 ratio. Samples were collected randomly on the up to day 4, the second heating phase, and when compost was fully matured. All samples were preserved in glycerol at -70 degrees Celsius for cell count. Part of the compost samples collected were dried in oven, set at 105 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, after which they were ground with the help of a grinder. Third method is determination of moisture content. This method is usually done in drying oven method. The procedure as follows. 10 gram of compost sample was weighed in a glass petri dish and it is dried in oven set at 105 degrees Celsius till a constant weight is reached. Final weight subtracted from initial weight gave the moisture content. In this method, we explain that moisture content is determined by weighing the sample before and after drying and determining the difference. Fourth method is determination of pH. pH can control the availability of nutrients and microbial activity. The procedure. 10 gram of air-dried compost sample was taken in a 250 ml beaker containing 50 ml distilled water. After stirring, the pH of the suspension was read. It is read with a calibrated meter or with pH paper.
The fifth method is cell count method. In this method, 1 gram of compost was suspended in 9 ml of phosphate buffer saline. 50 microliter compost suspension of appropriate solution was spreaded in LB agar, starch agar, casein agar and carboxymethyl cellulose agar. These are taken in two sets. One set was kept at 30 degrees Celsius and other one was kept at 65 degrees Celsius. These for mesophilic and thermophilic cell count respectively. The final method, estimation method. Here we are estimating organic carbon and nitrogen. Estimation of organic carbon. The estimation of organic carbon used by a method called Workley-Black method. The method is one of the classical methods for rapid analysis of organic carbon in soil and sediments. The method is based on the oxidation of organic matter by potassium dichromate followed by back titration of excessive dichromate by ferrous ammonium sulfate. Estimation of nitrogen. The estimation of nitrogen is used by a method called Microgelder method. In analytical chemistry, it is the method for the quantitative determination of nitrogen contained in organic substances, the nitrogen contained in the inorganic compounds ammonia and ammonium. It involves in three steps: digestion, distillation, and titration. Digestion. In digestion, sample digested in boiled concentrated sulfuric acid with a catalyst until complete dissolution and oxidation. Nitrogen contained sample become ammonium sulfate. Distillation. In distillation, ammonium sulfate is treated with excess sodium hydroxide. The ammonium ion is released in ammonia form, distilled and received on a boric acid solution. Titration. The ammonia is determined with a volumetric acid solution or by back titration with sodium hydroxide.
Result of optimization of vegetable waste composting process with a significant thermophilic phase. As you were discussing about methods before, you may be able to note several methods in order to prepare vermicompost. Our condition provided is thermophilic, obviously. Changes in temperature, pH, moisture content, carbon-nitrogen ratio and cell count is being observed. And that result is given in this table and graph. So let us move to the first section, that is change in temperature. You can see from the graph within 24 hours, in first day, highest temperature is observed as approximately 65.9 degrees Celsius. Temperature shot up within 24 hours and further increase was observed after 48 hours, that is 67 degrees Celsius in day 2. Then there occurs a subsequent decrease in temperature. This is because of the presence of moisture content, as moisture content influences both aeration and temperature equally. When moisture content increases, temperature and aeration decreases, since they are having an inverse relationship. Afterwards, highest temperature can be observed as 58 degrees Celsius, and that point is known as second heating phase of composting. After the second heating phase of composting, compost turns to mature and is termed as mature compost. This has been discussed in this section. Next we shall move to change in pH. While moving to pH, changes in physico-chemical characteristics was studied. On observing the graph and the table, you would be able to see that pH was recorded between 7.2 to 8.2. This is because of the presence of moisture content, as it remained 65 to 70% during composting, which means that moisture content also influences pH other than temperature and aeration. However, at the end of the study period, that is when compost tend to mature, the pH range was recorded within 7.9%. This is all about pH. Next we shall move to changes in moisture content. Moisture content is having an inverse relationship with temperature, pH and aeration, as we have discussed before. Excess moisture content will not allow proper aeration. Also, it will control temperature from further increase. Vegetable waste contain 90% of moisture, which will not allow them to compost readily unless moisture content is reduced. So, vegetable waste need to be air dried for couple of days, and it helps in the reduction of moisture content at about 60%, and then it was piled in a heap.
This has been done in order to increase temperature and aeration properly. Now, just give a look to the graph and the table. You would be able to see an increase in moisture content till day 3. Afterwards, there is gradual decrease in the moisture content. These are the informations that given from this graph. Now, we shall move to next section, that is change in carbon-nitrogen ratio. Carbon-nitrogen ratio. Initial carbon-nitrogen ratio was 15 due to the high nitrogen content of the waste being combusted. It gradually decreases till second heating phase and the value is 7.5. Afterwards, at matured combust, there is an increase in carbon-nitrogen ratio and the value is 26.4. This is clearly shown in this graph. Now we are moving to change in cell count. On observing change in cell count, you would be able to see several agar mediums such as LB agar, starch agar, CMC agar and casein agar at temperature 30 degrees Celsius and 65 degrees Celsius. Microbiological enumeration revealed that thermophiles were high in numbers during second heating phase. Highest thermophilic count enumerated in LB agar medium was observed on day 3 and it was 3.4 into 10 raised to 7 CFU per gram dry weight. However, highest thermophilic proteolytic count was observed on day 4. The mesophilic cell count was drastically reduced during thermophilic stage. It, however, increased again as the combust pile cooled down and the numbers stabilized at the end of the study period, which means that when combust turned to mature. This is all about result. Thank you.
Conclusion of the topic. As we have already seen that temperature played a very critical role in combusting. It is because of high temperature phase supports the growth of high microbial activity, and thermophiles isolated from the high temperature phase were used for developing an inoculum to accelerate the degradation process. When the moisture content was kept around 60% and the combusting was done in heaping and piling method, a long thermophilic phase was observed, and a large number of polymer such as starch, cellulose and casein degrading thermophilic bacteria enumerated during the heating phase. So we accelerated the degradation process by increasing the number of thermophiles, and we got a matured combust which was dark and has no foul smell, which indicate that the combust was rich in fertile and has got proper aeration during the process respectively. Thus, this method of combusting was repeated for further enzymatic and microbial studies highlighting the thermophilic phase. Thank you.